words from Larry Krasner. And it's not just him, but it's district attorneys all over America, man. They're coming. Let's listen to Larry.
Last night, the city of Philadelphia reached a total of 438 homicides. Many of these shootings, and not all homicides were shootings, but the vast majority were. Many of these shootings are being committed by violent groups who identify themselves as 60K, Christie Rec, Pit Boys, Zoo Gang, Brickyard, North Side, South Side. These are names, nearly all of which have been known for decades in Philadelphia, have been associated chronically with violence for decade after decade. Please understand, if you are anywhere near being involved with one of these groups, we will vigorously prosecute you and we will effectively prosecute you. If you point a gun at another human being and pull the trigger, you have made a decision that there is going to be a reckoning, that there is going to be a consequence, that consequence is going to be an appropriately lengthy period of incarceration. And we are very, very, very good at getting convictions. So please do not throw away someone else's life or your own, because there will be consequences and there will be a reckoning for it. Our CARES team remains available. It has...
So let me stop it right there. Now, the thing is this. All of you guys are under the radar. I told y'all when I was doing this series, Death to the Real Nigga, what they were planning to do. And they're now calling you out, because the thing I need you guys to understand, is that they have no more room. They have no more room for the so-called urban thug. They're gentrifying these communities. And now when they're gentrifying these communities, you have all kinds of so-called upscale people living in what used to be the ghetto. And they're pricing you out. You're shooting up those blocks, selling drugs on those blocks, and now you're impeding on the so-called safety and the sovereignty of people other groups that's moved into the community. Gentrifying these communities. And now when they're gentrifying these communities, you have all kinds of so-called upscale people living in what used to be the ghetto. And they're pricing you out. You're shooting up those blocks, selling drugs on those blocks, and now you're impeding on the so-called safety and the sovereignty of people other groups that's moved into the community. They want you out of the community that you lived in for years. So now, because you're doing damage to property and all kinds of different things, they're coming to lock you up. He just said, we know all the gangs, conspiracy. If you're online and they can affiliate you with that, the feds, the state police, district attorney's office, they're coming to get you. I mean, I don't know how much plainer I can say it, but I'm gonna play some more of it.
All right, Shalom. This is Harold 1 by Nyasha Allah of the Lions Den Camp. When it's called Halayim, La Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Harakah Kodash Ma'amath. Double honor to the elder apostles of GMS and the elders, and Shalom to you, Akim, and Akwat, them children that believe in sincerity and truth around the four corners of the earth. I want to do this quick lesson dealing with this recent announcement by the Philadelphia District Attorney's Office that they're doing a RICO on all the gangs out there in Philadelphia, all right? And you can see it happening in Atlanta, Chicago, New York, all these different RICO charges that they're passing out to where they go after all the gangs, anybody that's affiliated with it. Now, we all know that anybody that's in the gang, they part of the 2/3 club, man. They're destructive to their own people, like a cancer to their own people. All right, most of the killings that were done amongst our nation, more modernly, was by our own people, mainly in gangs. All right, doing the handiwork of the KKK, of the depopulation plan, right? So I watched the video on Instagram, I think it was, and this young brother said he was giving a testimony, and he was saying, yeah, man, it all started not too long ago when they started using paintball guns in Philadelphia, all the youngins. Now, I wasn't up there around this time, but it did catch my attention. Everybody was running around up there. I saw it through social media. They were running around up there with paintball guns. So it was like everybody had their own zones. All right, Philadelphia, we didn't have gangs like that growing up, except for the what was that, the JBM, I think it was, or the Black Mafia, which was originally set up in the 80s. The JBM, or what they called it, the Black Mafia. They were set up in the 80s during the crack epidemic when I was born. And they were set up to so-called defend our people living in the ghettos against police oppression, all right, or government oppression. But instead, it wound up, so allegedly, these gangs wound up being the main distributors of Esau's drugs into our community, all right, starting what you call the crack epidemic. Now, so today, these same gangs, man, that mindset is still destructive to our people, all right? Moving in that same spirit of Esau, rebellious, robbing, stealing, killing, adultery, devil worship, physical adultery, spiritual adultery, right? Killing each other, murder over colors or cliques or vengeance. That's all it's based on, revenge. And the Lord said, what? Vengeance is his. All right? So I'm going to get a couple precepts with that in mind. Because that's, us in this truth, us that are in the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, we desire a new heaven and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. All right? And this gangbanging is part of that wickedness. That's part of the dust, part of the confusion of Babylon, the confusion that's on our people, the spell that's still cast on our people. All right. So Proverbs 1:10, it says, "My son," they got shit. It's so bad up there in Philly. I remember the point where they started calling themselves demons. Certain people, they call themselves that, even in their rap music. And now it's like they got guns that look like cereal boxes on their hip, or got little action characters on it, look like toys. And they walking around broad daylight. There was a lot of shootings in broad daylight when I was up there. But it just got extreme now, man. They shooting them out like paint. Like, they still think they playing paintball. But anyway, I was watching this young dude talk, and he said, yeah, man, it started with the paintball guns. And then certain people infiltrated, which you already know who that is. And then it got physical, it got real with the bullets. All right? So I remember that, what they call that wicked-ass holiday, Mischief Night, where everybody used to be walking around in Philly. It'd be dark, and shit was like, it was like Warriors. I forgot, it was a movie called Warriors. It was like that at night. Everybody had different areas, and you'd see people throwing eggs and all that, and eggplants, and then next thing you know, somebody would take it and throw frozen eggs or bleach. And next thing you know, somebody would throw a bullet. It's always them people that take it up a notch. So even though that was a wicked holiday that they celebrate in Philadelphia, all right, everything based upon violence. There's nothing wrong with training and being defense training and all of that, but to be violent is something different, and to murder and to be self-willed. All this is wickedness, and So I remember one time it was more than 300 something killings just in the summertime. It's like they're doing it in waves, and now it's over 400 something killings in Philadelphia this year. And the year not even over yet. All right. So yeah, you get that through the music that they're pushing, kill, kill, murder, murder. They pushing that on our people. And then they glorify it. They glorify the murderers. They glorify the drug dealers. They glorify the devil worshippers. All right. They glorify those that honor Esau's blessing, the gun. And they feel strong with it. They feel, like they got some type of power, but it's really a trick to get them in the Esau's system in jail. All right, where you can make money off of them, make interest off of their birth certificate. All right, my son, this is Proverbs 1:10. My son, if sinners entice thee, all right, to be enticed, that's what they're doing. These are sinners that come up and say, hey man, join this gang, or do this or do that. Join us. Is to be open, to be roomy, all right, to be spacious, saying, hey, come, we got space for you. This world won't accept you. Your family won't accept you. That woman won't accept you, or that man won't accept you, so we'll accept you in this gang. And you got to get jumped in, get your ass kicked. So, not messing with the gangs, man. I'm not, our weapon of warfare is not carnal, so this is about spiritual, So now, it says here, to persuade, all right? So they persuade you to be in what's called a gang, or some people born into it, some people just want to join it or start their own. And if there's nothing positive about it, that's what they were so-called originally starting these gangs for, but not today. These are a little malicious, slaughtering each other, daylight, middle of the night, little girls getting killed and little boys in the midst, stray bullets. They shooting each other up like tag, man, just murder. And they don't even know that they're from the same bloodline. Shit's crazy, man. All right, it's self-destructive. They don't know that they're all Israelites that's killing each other, even though they're in that dead state of mind. Okay, and it says here, so they're being persuaded. And that's, they persuade them with the music videos, the rap music, my son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not, man. So don't deal with these robbers. Somebody say, hey, you gonna rob this person? Hey, you wanna go do this? Or do these drugs or whatever. If they say, come with us, see, let us lay wait for blood, and that's murder. To lay wait for blood. If you're defending yourself in self-defense, that's not murder, And the Lord said, what? That's in the commandments, thou shalt not murder. All right? It says what? If they say, come with us, let us lay wait for blood. That's what most people do, especially these rappers, man. They'll say, my crew, I got my goons, I got the, you know what I mean? My hitters, my steppers, when they really putting those steppers' lives in danger, because they won't do things themselves. So they put those steppers or those goons, their lives and their families and other people's families in danger. This is the mindset. It's that heathenistic mindset. If they come with us, all right, let it, I mean, if they say, come with us, let us lay wait for blood, let us lurk privily for the innocent without cause, man. And, you know, even though our people, even though we're all counted under sin, um, you could take innocent as meaning what? The victim at this point. All right? You know? It says what? Clean, free from exempt, clear, innocent, free from guilt, free or exempt from obligations, you know? So really it's talking about Jake coming at the elect, but I'm using it in the form of a victim. You know, somebody that is a victim, man. That's what a crime is, to have a victim involved, according to the law, okay? America's law, okay, which I don't subscribe to. It just is what it is. You gotta obey the laws of the land. You gotta know the laws. Just so we gotta know our own laws of the scriptures. All right, almost like attorneys. We gotta know as much as we can. It says here, if they say what? Let us lurk privily for the innocent without cause. All right, and that's what they do when they're really lurking for each other in the darkness. You know, hunting each other down, man, in that spirit of Esau. Let us swallow them up alive as the grave, and whole as those that go down into the pit. We shall find all precious substance. We shall fill our house with spoil. And that's what a lot of these people, Jake's saying. Killing each other, just ride by, just blow somebody's brains out, man. This shit is, it's like maniacs, man. You got demons on them. You know? They don't understand how precious life is. So it says, and they do it all for riches, or for clout, or for vengeance, or just for wicked intent. It says, cast in thy lot among us. Let us all have one purse. All right, so they try to get you in on it too. And that's why if you know some people that still got 1 foot in, 1 foot out in this world, you gotta tell them, yo, listen, don't put your bid in with these people. You know, let them go, and you trust the Lord to judge these people. You know, I'm about to go kill this person. Well, you coming with me? Like, nah, man, you don't need to go either. You feel me? So, my son, walk not thou in the way with them. See that? Don't go that way. Don't walk with these gangs, or just because you're a musician and you gotta be around rappers and some gangs and shit. The fashion of this world. Let me get that real quick. Let me get that. That's the fashion of this world. This is 1 Corinthians 7:31. And they that use this world, see, we use this world, we got to go to work. You make money how you make your money. But it says here, and they that use this world as not abusing it, man. Okay? Being obsessed over this damn shit. Trying to be, you know, you can have money. You can even be rich. The scriptures say, rich or poor, praise ye the Lord. But it's hard for a rich man to make it into the kingdom of heaven. It's a big load they got to cast off. All right? They're going to have to go out and teach every week. They got to do videos. You know, it's a lot. So, you know, trying to, at the same time, you try to make it an entertainment and gain fans while you telling them to go into slavery. It's like, and 2/3 gonna be destroyed. It's like, but buy my album. That's the way these sideline camps be, man. You know. So anyway, 1 Corinthians 7:31. And they that use this world as not abusing it. For the fashion of this world passeth away. See, it's passing away. All right, this old, wicked, rebellious mindset where people only threaten each other, you know, still stuck in under the mindset of the curses, to where it's right here, Deuteronomy 28:54. So that's the fashion of this world as well. You know, death is passing away. Deuteronomy 28:54. So that the man that is tender among you, a lot of these brothers are young that's killing each other, right? The youth, 14 years old, 12 years old, man. And you see him like a little cannon or something. He got killed, and you be like, then you thinking like 30, 40, and you look, he only like 10 years old or 12 years old, and they going to war. You like, oh shit, how did those guns get in there? You know? It says what? So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate. See, our princes, our young ones used to be delicate. All right? And precious to us. Because that was our future. But there's no future here with Jake. There's no future in the way our people are living today. There's no future here in America. In Babylon. All right? It says, his eye shall be evil towards his brother. See, his mindset. His mind is evil towards his own brother. That's why you walk up the street and you walk past Esau, they might just stare at you and they be like, toodly doodly, neighbor. Howdy. You know? And it kind of, then you got Jake. You already tell, they tense up when they see you. They start to stare at you. If you stare at them too long, what you looking at? You know, you can feel that. You can't even look at Jake too long because they're going to want to attack you. That's that evil mindset towards each other. They got colors on. What you know you at? Wearing it. You got on red, he got on blue, he got on black. You can't wear shit. So their eyes, their mindset is evil towards each other. They call it the crabs in the bucket. You know? We pull each other down, rob each other, and kill each other. So their mind is evil towards each other. All right? So it says the eye. So let's get that real quick. Yep. This is there you go. All right, Luke 11 and 34. The light of the body is the eye. See, the mind. Therefore, when thine eye is single, thy whole body is full of light. All right, focused on one thing. If you focused on the light, your whole body would be full of light. All right, your actions, your lifestyle. But when thine eye is evil, see, Jake, it's not just that Jake is just mad at each other. No, it starts with their beliefs, the darkness that's in them, the hatred. It starts at home, that's passed down from their parents or from their mothers or fathers, or from the society. Their mind is focused on these damn rappers and the music industry and money. Money is the root of all evil, greed, right? Want to be like Scarface and shit. So their mind is evil, and killing each other is just it's just a product of the manufacturing going on in their mind. This is what comes from that. Death, sorrow. All right? And the Lord said our people are spiritually dead. So what's supposed to come next? Sorrow, hell. So that's why this is hell for Israel. It says, thy body also is full of darkness. So if their mind is evil, everything about them, everything they touch and do is going to be full of darkness, man. And that's what it is. That's what these gangs are full of, darkness. And now something's changing to where they bringing the hammer down on these gangs through what they call the RICO charges. Through the internet and all this internet, what they call that, security. Cyber bullying and cyber security, or threats or whatever they doing. We in the last, this is it, man. It's time to cut all that out anyway. I've been tired of it. I was waiting for the Lord to shut it down. That's what the Lord doing. He putting the hammer down on these jakes that don't want to listen. All right, because they know about the Israelites. They know about the men of the Lord out there teaching. And they know about the open door that's being presented to them. So the Lord said this is Proverbs 1 and that's right, 15. It says this, my son, walk not thou in the way with them. Don't walk their way. Walk in the way that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua has shown us, and he told us to walk, and he set up men to walk in that same way and left examples for us called prophets, called the scriptures. All right. And here you go. It says here. What's this? Let me get this real quick. It says Isaiah 30 and 21. Our people have no excuse. We don't have no excuse, man. The Lord laid it out for us what to do. Isaiah 30 and 21. And 20. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity. See, this is adversity right now. All right. And the water of affliction. See, that is a adversity and affliction. Right? Yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner any more, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers. That's right, man. So our people crying out for answers. When I was in Philadelphia, I was tired of seeing, you walk up the street, Philly got narrow blocks, so you can hear the gunshots echo, the smell of gunpowder lingers for days. And it's dark, it's in the valley, you know what I'm saying? So I always knew about the mindset of a valley of shadow of death. And I get older and become a man in this truth. I understand that America's that valley of death that King David was speaking of spiritually today. Even though it was physical back then, but it was echoed today, called America, the valley of the shadow of death. All right, so the waters of affliction, man. This is an afflicted place. But even though the Lord said what? He was going to shine the light within that darkness and give our people teachers to teach them of the way. It says, what? Yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore, but thy eyes shall see thy teachers. Right, we're all over the internet, so there's no excuse. And their ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, this is the way, walk ye in it. When ye turn to the right hand, and when you turn to the left, right? This is Isaiah 30 and 21. So we're out here telling our people this is the way, walk in it. Get out of them gangs. Get out of those false religions. Get out of these religions. Stop worshiping idols, stop killing. I met a lot of people that came into this truth, and once they heard that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, they gained confidence. See that? Other than that, our people are without Yahweh Shai, having no hope. And they, so they do things to set themselves up for failure. So now, let me get this real quick. Because the Lord said this. This is Romans 9:27. It says, Isaiah also cried concerning Israel, and saying this, though the number of the children of Israel be as the sand of the sea. See, we're everywhere, all over the earth. It says what? Only a remnant shall be saved. See, only a remnant gonna be saved. All right. So that's what the Lord is looking for. Those men that's willing to serve the Lord and stand up and fight this right here. Not fight each other, but what? Get this real quick. This is 1 Timothy 6:12. Fight the good fight of faith. See, that's the fight we're supposed to fight. And what's that? Where the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. There's a whole nother battle going on right now. But they're fighting in the flesh. When the Lord said, no, you can't fight fire with fire. You can't fight your own people either. You got to fight the fire with water or a different element. All right, with the spirit. And when you're dealing with the spirit, you got to deal with the spirit of truth. When you're dealing with the spirit of truth, you're dealing with the spirit of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. All right. So it says what? Fight the good fight. All right, not the wicked fight, not the bad fight, not Esau's fight, not depopulation, not let me get a few dollars like a tick and kill each other over that money, or clout, or woman, or riches, or vengeance, or drugs. Fight the good fight of faith. Lay hold on eternal life to live forever. Whereunto thou art also called, man. So you got to be called into this. And have professed a good profession before many witnesses. If you want to stand for anything, you want to stand 10 toes down, as they like to say. They can stand 10 toes down in this truth and try to endure that until the end. You know, they say the strongest warrior, strongest fighter is those that can walk away. All right, the strongest army is those that learn to pray. You know, so, and that's just it. So this is, I'm gonna go back to Proverbs 1 and 12. All right. Oh, back to 15. It says, my son, walk not thou in the way with them, refrain thy foot from their path, for their feet run to evil. See that? They run to it, man. Right, you see Jake out here, they gone. They run to evil. Whatever it is. They call it the street life in the streets. It's a mindset. It says, for their feet run to evil and make haste to shed blood, man. That's all you're seeing out here, man. You cut on the news, this person killed this person. You know, last night, another person killed. This morning, another person killed. A young dude killed. Murder over here, murder over here. This is the time. This is that time. All right. That we're in. These are evil times, man. All right. Let me get that. Get that real quick. This is Ephesians 5:14. Wherefore he saith, awake thou that sleepest, man. So the Lord telling our people to wake the hell up and arise from the dead, man. Arise from being spiritually dead. Arise from being in the congregation of the dead. How people want to walk around just stay in that dead mind state, just decaying. You know, something beautiful coming to their life, a child, they just kill it. Or they kill each other. You know, and disregard it. And they become a trophy piece in Esau's system as far as being put on the stock market as a prisoner, as a bondman. It says, and Yahushua shall give thee light. See, that's what we want. We want the light, not that darkness. Now what Esau has been feeding us through their television, telling the vision to our people through the media, through the music, through the movies, Scarface, all these rappers that have sold their soul, we know who they are. And they've made riches off of it. And now look at the babies they birthed from their mindset of get rich, die trying, you know. Now it says this, verse 15, see then that ye walk circumspectly. All right, being circumspect, knowing what times we're in, seeing what's happening to our people. All right, seeing what part they're playing when they're carrying that gun to go kill somebody. Hey, some people may deserve it. You know, they kill somebody, the Lord send another person to kill them, and then they get, it is what it is. I get that part. But let's just keep going. It says, not as fools, but as wise. See, don't think like a fool. That's what these people are. They're fools, man. They don't know what the hell going on. They be in a gang life, then you see them, they be bosses or whatever. They get older, you see them, you hear them talking, they sound like children. You know, they have become monsters. The real monsters are human beings. That's just it. That's what I tell my children. I'm like, there's no such thing as monsters. They don't watch scary movies, none of that. You know, because the monsters are the human beings. You want to see a monster? I'll show you some Edomites. I'll show you some Jakes that are monsters, male or female. All right. It says what? Be wise, And the Lord said, be wise as doves, wise as serpents, harmless as doves. So challenge these devils and these people intellectually and spiritually. It says, redeeming the time because the days are evil. These are some evil days, man, that we're in. I know what times we're in. And they don't see it. They don't see that the Edomites over there in Europe, they're trying to bring in a new world order. And they want them to slaughter each other. And they're going to realize they killed each other over $1 that was part of a funny money and not even real money. And Esau going to throw that system away like it's nothing. And Jake worships the dollar. They say in God they trust, right? They worship the dollar. All right, what was that Lil Wayne? He said something about money. Is something, power or some shit. Is it power or some shit? Yeah, he said for his second, minutes, hours go to the almighty dollar. See? And the almighty power of that chopper. What's the chopper? It's the modern day sword, which is Esau's blessing, which is the gun. All right, 1 Timothy 6:10. For the love of money is the root of all evil. See that? A lot of Jakes have sold their soul, and they put all this rap music out, it's poison. They stop selling crack in the streets, and they start selling it. They call it crack music. They sell it on online music. It's not even music anymore. It's just poison. All right, and it drugs the mind of our people. The way the men talk to the women and the girls on there, and you can't ride around listening to it with your daughters or your sons. So I listen to foreign music or words you can't understand or just instrumentals. All right, or blues music, or classical music or Italian music, you know. So it says here first, so the love of money is the root of all their evil. See that? So they love the riches. But Esau gonna throw that system away like it's nothing. And they're gonna realize, damn man, all the bodies and the people they've killed, and people stacking money up on their shoulder, acting like it's cell phones when cell phones don't look like that. But they stack the money up tall on their shoulder and act like it's a phone, Jake. You know, and what that shows me is hyperinflation. All right, that many dollars. It says what? Which while some coveted after, see they covet after, meaning get greedy. They have erred from the faith, man. Even a lot of people that claim to be in the truth, they brought money into the mix and they've erred from the faith. You got Jakes out there claiming to be teachers, ex-gangbangers with damn pistols out there. So you're trying to blend the fruit. And the Lord said you can't plant two in the same soil. You can't mix bitter waters with sweet water. You know? So, says they have erred from the faith. So these gangbangers, everybody, these pastors at these churches, and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. All right, so the sorrow goes into hell. All right, and trials, man. So they doing it to themselves. Get them tattoos all over their face. Everything the Lord said don't do. That's what they doing. All right, so they worshiping that dollar. All right, because it said clearly that the Lord said what? If you turn to him, he'll give you the light, man, understanding, wisdom. All right, if they continue in that path, he's going to keep them in that darkness. Micah 2 and 10. Arise ye. All right. Wow, that's deep. I'm gonna start from 8. Even of late, my people is risen up as an enemy. See, they risen up in that spirit of Esau, in the spirit of their authority that they've submitted to, called the devil, Esau the deceiver, that has deceived them into this pursuit of happiness. The Lord said, this is not our damn rest. This is not it. You're not going to find happiness in this place. You're going to find the basic common family, you know, but you're going to have, he said, even then, you shall have trouble, like Paul told us. All right? Troubles in the flesh. He said, what? Even of late, my people is risen up as an enemy. See, they're risen up as a terror instead of the wheat. All right, as a wicked. So they're fighting, thinking this is like something to fight for. No, this is not it. All right, rebels without a cause. Fighting the wrong fight, killing each other. The Lord said we're supposed to fight spiritually right now. The Lord said if this was my kingdom, my people would fight. But they're rising up as bitter crops. So Micah 2 and 8. Ye pull off the robe with the garment from them that pass by securely as men averse from war. All right, and that's mainly these pastors, these church pastors, man. They make it worse. They the ones that have Jake in these churches, get them all bugged out, saying they can do anything. The gangbangers come in there and make rap music, act like they go into the altar, cry with the dumb shit they did in the streets, and they go back out into the streets and do worse. Because they're not. The Lord said, if you find the truth and you deal with your Hawashai, you shall thirst no more. You're gonna find what you're looking for. Our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. They're looking for answers. And when they don't get them, they become destructive, even self-destructive. All right? So it says what? Even of late my people is risen. Now, verse 9. The women of my people have ye cast out from their pleasant houses. All right? Kick them out of their houses, even in these ghettos today. Going back to slavery, of course, but I'm talking about Section 8 and all this stuff. You know, they can't even get a good mortgage or a house. Causes them to what? Submit to this system. That's when you get child support, kicking the daddy out the house, you know. The big brother over you becomes the husband now. And the man goes to jail or gets put out. And the child grows up to be a monster. All right? Or the daddy is a gangbanger. Or the streets get to the mind of that child. You know? And the streets represent what? These idiots that have sold their soul and they've given into this ideology or philosophy of a rebel, of a gangbanger. So it says, for their children have you taken away my glory forever from their children. All right, so the glory is not on our people. So Yahweh Shah is going to give that glory back. And, you know, so these same ones that murdering and killing each other, they're going to be in their right state of mind because we at the end. They're going to be in their right state of mind in the kingdom. Our princes and our princesses, man, they're not going to be killing each other no more. All right? Or the daughter's not going to be getting killed by the bullets of their own people. There's not going to be any death amongst our people. The Lord going to wipe away every tear. All right, the Lord said, the scriptures say he blessed Lot, who was vexed with the filthy conversation and the actions of our people. Every day, we're vexed with it, man. We're tired of seeing it. And even though Esau is catching these gangbangers in a sense, we still mad at Esau and his system. You know, the Lord is just using them, the sword, which is Esau, against Jake for not listening. All right, just like we went into Canaan, the Lord said he was going to leave the Philistines there to chastise our people, the ones that didn't want to listen. And now he left Esau in place in the laws of the land. All right. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, man. This is not it. We're not going to find happiness, pursuit of happiness in this place. All right. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. So he said, you know what you're supposed to do? Take your daily bread, start a business, do something. But a lot of these killers and murderers, man, they having bodies and they be proud of it. You know, if you look at the root of it, they got a bugged out religion that they believe in or something. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. So this place is polluted. That's what helped to pollute the minds of our people and poison their minds. Look at the rap music cut on the radio now, any time of day. You'll see what we're really wrestling against. That's why when we teach, our lessons are on the internet and it goes day and night, you know. So the Lord has us wrestling against the philosophy that's being spread out here of death. All right, so arise ye and depart. So we're supposed to depart mentally, spiritually. For this is not your rest, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with the sword destruction. So it destroyed our people, what? Through lack of knowledge. It kept our people in the dark, feeding them lies. And it's even going to destroy them with a sword destruction, all the way to the point of being destroyed with the missiles in Judgment Day. See that? So That was going to lead him. That's what that wrong path is going to lead Jake to, man, which is nothing but death or in jail. Either way, it's going to be death, all right, by the judgment of Yahweh by Shem Shai. The elect, hopeful elect, we're all hoping to be delivered from death, in death, or in life, to be brought, to be one of the first fruits to enter into the kingdom and live forever. All right, that's our hope. See, Jake has no hope, man. So they like, get rich or die trying. I gotta get it in this life. They think they only live once. So they like, yo, let me get that real quick. It's in Wisdom of Solomon. I think it's chapter 2. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2 and 1. For the ungodly, see, the ungodly, reasoning with themselves, see, thinking in their own damn mind, or amongst each other, you know, man, so and so, he gone now, man. Pour out a little liquor. We gonna get this money. See, that's the mindset. But not a right. See, our life is short and tedious, and in the death of a man there is no remedy. But there is a remedy. All right, and we come back to this earth, and we're reincarnated back onto this earth, man. But there is a remedy. The Lord, Yahweh Shai. All right, he can rise us up from the grave when he arrives. Neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave. Well, Yahweh Shai did. For we are born at all adventure. All right, that's what Jake thinks. Like we're born here to just like Scarface, you know, to take over the world. And we shall be hereafter as though we had never been. See, that's why they say, I want to be a legend. Oh, they want their name written in, what they call that? They want their star on Hollywood Boulevard. All right. So a lot of people want to be remembered, so they'd kill somebody and they'd make an album, and that album will sell millions. It's crazy, man. And we shall be hereafter as though we had never been. For the breath in our nostrils is as a smoke, and a little spark in the moving of our heart, which being extinguished, our body shall be turned into ashes, and our spirit shall vanish as a soft air. That's that scientific and that church mindset, you know. You know, so that's what makes Jake scared. And they're like, shit, I'm gonna get it now. I'm gonna live it up now. All right. What Rick Ross said, rich forever. All right. Verse 4. And our name shall be forgotten in time, and no man shall have our works in remembrance, and our life shall pass away as the trace of a cloud. And us in this truth, we know that our works will be remembered by Yahweh, all right, and Yahweh Shai, good or bad. All right, so matter of fact, yeah, let me get that real quick. This is 2 Corinthians 5 and 1. For we know that if our earthly house this tabernacle be dissolved, this body dies, right? We have a building of Yahweh, meaning a body, abode. You know, abode comes from a temple or a body or a house for the spirit. And house not made with hands, eternal in the heavens, man. Whew, so it says here, where is it at? 5 and 10. 2 Corinthians 5 and 10. For we must all appear before the judgment seat of Yahushua, that every one may receive of the things done in his body according to that he have done, whether it be good or bad. See, a spirit body dies, the spirit goes to the Father, he judges it and sends it back to this earth. All right. So you're going to appear before, we all appear before the judgment seat of the Lord. And we receive those things that were done in our bodies while we're in this body. And us, we want our works to follow us, as the scriptures say, in righteousness. All right. But Jake, if his death is return to the earth to live out that judgment. All right. So that's what they're here to do, living out that judgment to be destroyed, bowing down their back all the way, all the way to the end, all the way to the judgment day. All right, so where was I at? Let me finish this real quick. All right, so that's what they say. They say, Wisdom of Solomon 2 and 4, and our name shall be forgotten in time, and no man shall have our works in remembrance, and our life shall pass away as the trace of a cloud. All right, they say that from what's called poverty, or wanting to be known or getting some type of fame, and shall be dispersed as a mist that is driven away with the beams of the sun and overcome with the heat thereof. So this goes into that scientific wicked mindset. All right, pagan. So so the Lord said, what? Here you go, that's what I want. Verse 6, and this what leads to gangbanging or robbing, stealing and killing, or drug dealing. Verse 6, come on, it says, come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present. See that? And Esau is the one offering those good things, the bait. He's a hunter, man. Whew. All right. All right, you got people that's straight up just young, man, and foolish, and they give them millions of dollars. Say, hey, do what you want on earth. The women too. All right, come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present, and let us speedily use the creatures like as in the youth. Let us fill ourselves with costly wine and ointments. And so, and you got all these Jays coming out with their own wines and liquors, and, you know what I'm saying? Which is cool having a business, but you know why they doing it, because they know that's what our people like. Which is nothing wrong with drinking, but he said using this world without abusing it, all right? And let us speedily let us fill ourselves with costly wine and ointments, and let no flower of the spring pass by us, man. So they don't let nothing pass. They gotta have it. All right, they gotta have every dollar. They call it paper chase. All right, so let us crown ourselves with rosebuds. What they say, I'm gonna give you your flowers. Let me give you your flowers now. They crowning themselves with rosebuds before they be withered. All right, so let none of us go without his part of voluptuousness. Let us leave tokens of our joyfulness in every place, for this is our portion, and our lot is this. Let us oppress the poor and righteous man. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age. That when you get jumped into a lot of gangs, they wind up shooting and killing somebody, or doing something bad to somebody to get initiated. So I teach my children to stay away from it, man. And that, so and the Lord's about to put an end to it. All right, so yeah, man. Let's get back to this real quick so I can wrap this up. I didn't even get to the scriptures I wanted to get to. Proverbs 1 and 15. My son, walk not in in the way with them. Refrain thy foot from their path. For their feet run to evil and make haste to shed blood. Surely in vain the net is spread in the sight of any bird. Right? Basically saying the Lord controls it. You know, they're thinking they did it. No, the Lord's saying, yo, I allowed you to do it. So the Lord could judge them. All right, they think they self-willed. No, we don't have free will. And they lay wait for their own blood, man. See, the Lord said, those that kill with the sword must be killed with the sword. All right? He said their blood gonna be upon them. That's in the law as well. So they run quick to evil, and they're putting that blood on themselves, man, putting a target on their back, spiritually from Yahweh. He said, yo, you kill somebody? Okay. He gonna send somebody at them now. All right, life for a life. The Lord controls that. He said they lay wait for their own blood, man, for their own people, and even for themselves, and basically getting themselves judged. They lurk privily for their own lives. All right? Lurking for killing themselves by killing their own people. So are the ways of everyone that is greedy of gain. You know, killing in general, period. Robbing, stealing, and killing. In that spirit of Esau. Which taketh away the life of the owners thereof. So if somebody got riches, they'll kill that person. Or they got money. People get robbed for $10, $20, and if you don't give it up, like, you know, they'll shoot you. They'll shoot a person. I watched a video yesterday. It was a guy, older guy. Jake ran up on him, was doing a bunch of robberies. So he pulled the gun out, the old man ran, and he tried to shoot him. But the gun didn't work. It's like, damn, he's gonna kill him. Sheesh, man, you know? So what it says, and they take the life of the owners thereof. Look at all these rappers that got killed for watches and riches and money, and cars, right? Surely is in vain so are the ways of everyone that is greedy of gain, which take away the life of the owners thereof, which with wisdom cry. All right, so yeah, let me get to the point now. So that's it, man. They take away the life of the owners thereof for filthy lucre, for greedy gain, man. When the Lord like, yo, now you got a death sentence from Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai for killing somebody. And now the Lord put another trap out there that Esau set up, called this RICO, where they gonna go around and start grabbing these gangs up. I ain't never heard none of these names. 04, I heard of Wilson Projects, but it wasn't, you know, it was bad back then too. So, you know, in the kingdom, man, all these people gonna be brothers. All our people are not gonna kill over money. You know, we're not gonna kill at all, except for putting hell on these heathens. These heathens gonna have to go through it. All right. Let me get this. I think I end it here, man, because it's an hour long, and I didn't even get to my scriptures yet. So this is Proverbs 1. I'm going to get 2nd Ezra's 9 and 22. It says here, 20. It says, so I considered the world, and behold, there was peril. See, there's nothing but peril on this earth right now. Every country you think of is nothing but peril. You go to any good neighborhood, about a block away is a ghetto or poverty or a trailer park or something. That shows you a broken down economy in America. Within a few block radius, you have poverty compared to wealth. It says, so I considered the world, and behold, there was peril because of the devices that were come into it. Who is that? The device represents the imaginations of these heathens and Jake. All right, they're colluding together with each other against their own people, against Jake. All right, and I saw and spared it greatly, and have kept me a grape of the cluster and a plant of a great people, man. So that great people is talking about Israelites, but that grape of the cluster is talking about the elect. So the Lord only dealing with the elect. All right, that's all we're concerned about, because 2/3 of our people have followed after the devices of this world. All right, and this is what it's leading them to. And a lot of them, when all hell break loose, and Esau sending them Gurga troops, and military and police or whatever, and they start to give them one way out, the MOTB and all of that, and cutting heads off, whatever they're gonna be doing out here, sending in robots and shit, allegedly. And according to scripture, it say these things gonna happen. Then we're gonna see, you know, a lot of these women, they choose thugs and gangbangs and drug dealers over a regular civilian man that's going to just work a regular 9 to 5. They'll look down on him. They started off with TLC. The Lord judged them. I don't want no scrub. Stuff like that. That caused people to start selling out. Well, that's their stupidity for doing it. But a lot of jakes feel that pressure, and they feel like that's what they need to impress these women. You know, and they try to go get the money. And the only options for that fast money, you know, that Esau is presenting is to do something bad, all right? Or sell their soul or something, all right? So verse 22, let the multitude perish then. This is it. Let the multitude perish, man, which was born in vain. And let my grape be kept and my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect, man. So the Lord is working, fighting to make us perfect in faith. And the rest He's not worrying about. That's why we're seeing this happen. The district attorney's office getting them for that. The Lord says it's better to suffer for good than to suffer for bad, man. Yeah, they're going to call the martial law troops or whatever on everybody soon. And they label us terrorists, even though we teach just regular scriptures. You know, well, they label Israelites, black Israelites terrorists. Because you got these idiots calling themselves black. All right. But the difference is we're willing to suffer for good, while Jake is willingly suffering for evil.